very blessed that we have the opportunity to get together a couple times a year and share information, swap ideas, and learn from each other.
I've been involved in the industry for nearly 20 years, and that entire time I've been involved in the Self-Storage Association. I have made a lot of friends who were peers. We learn from each other. We share ideas. We talk about strategies. We talk about successes and failures. A whole variety of areas that impact the day-to-day business and the big picture of the business as well.
The networking possibilities in this group are enormous. This is one of the most transparent business classes I've ever been around. All you have to do is ask someone and they're willing to share.
It's been a huge benefit to us to see what people across the country are doing and to have a forum where we can come together and just discuss topics and learn from each other and share best practices.
You go to an SSA convention and you really get a pulse check on the industry. You really do get to meet everybody. Some of those people will become your friends, they may become your partners. That is how the SSA does a great job of bridging the gap for people coming into the market and for seasoned people that have been in it for a long time.
What are the core purposes of a national trade association during this decade? Who else is going to represent and protect the sector?
From my perspective, the SSA's been a real blessing. Their work in lobbying efforts is one of the most important aspects of any trade association.
We are indeed in a good place in the economic real estate cycle. But, to paraphrase Edward R. Murrow, we are wealthy, fat, comfortable, but we cannot become complacent. Every day are scores of characters looking to do harm to your businesses to advance their own agendas.
We've got a great legislative program that is put together. The public companies that put $1.5 million, $2 million into this program. It benefits everyone.
It is not just the public companies that are vulnerable here. Plenty of private and smaller operators have been targeted as well. As your trade association, we will, with the resources at our disposal, continue to do our best to oppose these situations. We will represent where appropriate. We will aggregate data and information that helps the industry prepare, and we should recognize the officials who help us.
In Florida, we need to change the legislation for our lien laws. The small local association at the time didn't have the ability to tackle this project on their own. Fortunately, we had the SSA that we're partners with, and we're able to use their resources to not only understand it, but help fund it. And we were able to get that legislation changed.
The affiliation between the FSSA and the SSA has a lot of history, and obviously being the third largest state with member facilities, it's important to both the national level and the local level to be partners.
In getting the right message out to the people respectively across the country and within each state as far as legislative efforts are concerned, we can avoid certain mishaps from happening by continuing to inform owner-operators and spreading the word through certain vendors and other suppliers. And I think the SSA getting involved at the state level is huge as well, because they're allowed to really have that message resonate, and I think as that continues to grow, we'll certainly have a larger presence within each state.
SSA conferences help all of us owners with our better business practices and keep us on our toes and alert us and educate us on what's happening in the marketplace. I mean, every time I go through the trade show, and I talk to the vendors, I can't believe the difference in what is going on. And so if you don't go to the conferences, you're really not keeping up on what's necessary to run your business. Those trade shows are unbelievable.
At the conferences, the YLG puts together events focused around really education primarily, but also social events. So part of the younger generation, if you will, enjoys more of a collaboration, a community type feel, and so we provide a framework for conversation.
One of our newest clients, they wanted to join the SSA and come to the Fall Convention just to be involved with the YLG. They see it as a tremendous platform moving forward, and with over 215 members, we're growing every year. We have fireside chats, group discussions, bringing in CEOs from national REITs and large companies and to talk to us about where our industry's going, what we're going to be doing, what our impact and roles are moving forward. And I think it's just going to continue to grow and develop over the years.
This is a very open industry. People aren't secretive and they want to help one another. And I think that flows down from the SSA, which is very helpful and open and willing to be a good resource and wants their members to succeed.
I was going to give advice to new people entering the business. I would say that you need to absorb everything possible about this industry. Starting with the Self-Storage Association and other publications, talk to as many people who have been in the business as possible.
You need to be involved and you need to be engaged, and it does take a village to run a storage facility, to run an association.
You need to work hard. You need to reach out to those around you and network and take advantage of the resources out there.
Stay continually focused on your strategic vision. Think outside of the box, be creative, and never lose sight of the customer.
I personally would not be as successful without the SSA, and the folks I've met have become like family, and we're making money, we're running a smart business, and we're all having a good time.
For the next generation, for those of you all in the family business, my advice to my kids has been, go learn as much as possible in an outside industry. Especially learn about customer service, marketing, obviously accounting and finance, but learn about all those things and then be willing to come back and start at the bottom and pay your dues and then join this absolutely terrific industry.